deathly quiet. Woo!
Yeah.
Somebody's singing the theme song. Anybody know how to get where we sign?
Yep.
Yep.
Want to hold it out?
How you guys doing?
Still in Toronto.
Yeah, brother, could you stay and weasel us back there?
We'll walk you back.
We know where you're going.
There's enough of us here. We'll form like a
I'll
wall.
walk in.
We'll take it back.
A gauntlet, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Protect you.
We got you a posse.
Sound
Fine.
mixing board.
Yeah, I'm getting away from that.
What's up, brother? I don't care. Is anybody gonna look at the blue screen?
No.
Less Rocco's hanging out over there.
So what's going on today, kids?
You.
Fucking rowdy.
It's early.
It is early, isn't
Are
it?
you kidding? I've been up since 4:30.
Have you really?
Yeah, straight
You were
up.
a party animal.
I've been here since 6.
You've been up since 4:30 and here since 6?
Yep.
Where'd you come from?
Right here?
What? Not here. I was outside out front eating breakfast on the front.
Yeah, I like to sleep.
What'd you eat for breakfast?
I had homemade muffins and bananas and apples.
That's
let me
healthy.
let me tell you what sits Starbucks the fuck down. Y'all's tinny motherfucker. I ain't scared of a double-double, motherfucker. You know what that shit is? That's two Zooches, 2 creams, man. That shit is on fire. I don't know what the deal is. Starbucks to me tastes like fucking burnt coffee.
Yes, totally.
And that's not me being a coffee connoisseur. I just remember my mama burnt the shit out of it, left it on the fucking grill all fucking day. And it tastes like what that shit smelled like at like 6 p.m. And she brewed that shit like 4 a.m.
And then they charge you like $6 for it.
People are standing in fucking line. Give me a latte, double latte, sweet
No.
lemon. What the fuck is that?
Double double.
No, I don't even know what that shit is. Tim Hortons, coffee, large, sugar cream.
Thank you. That's right.
Double double.
Don't name it some wacky fucking language. I'd like a venti half cab with a latte frap. Fuck off. Right?
Right.
Right.
Just boggles my mind, man.
Rocco.
So what are we talking about today?
He's reading.
Rocco's just checking out
I
the
just want to
magazine.
see who's here.
You're here.
He already goes walking up here, he goes, do you know her? I'm like looking at him like, see, it's Jillian Anderson. I'm like, I know of her. She's hot.
She's hot.
I think I'm here, you guys.
Yeah. What are we talking about today?
You.
You.
What do you want to know, man? Fire it out here. Lay it on me.
I want a never story.
Yeah.
Let me
Yes.
tell you that. Okay, you want a story for a never time?
Yes.
Well, I wrote it all down in a book.
Oh.
The book is called Jane 2,
Woo.
and it's coming out. It's with Hachette Book Group, and it will be out in first quarter of 16. I heard, I'm certainly not an author, I guess, to me, I don't know this world, but apparently it's bad juju to say the release date, so I'm not gonna. So I'm just gonna say first quarter of 16, but the exact date's on the internet if you do a little researching. Apparently if it comes from my mouth, it's bad juju, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, it's weird, right? Isn't that weird? But it is kind of weird that I'm like, abiding by it too, you know? Anybody that says juju, I'm scared of that shit. I don't know what fucking juju is. You can't see it and touch it, I can't fight it. I'm useless against it. You know, I'd boot you out of the shit out of it and arm lock it if I could see it, but fucking some shit out there in the cosmos, fuck, alright, juju. You know, whatever you want me to do.
That's what you do.
You tell me you're attacking me with a juju, I can't combat that shit, you know what I mean? It's like fucking radioactive shit. Whatever juju, I'll show you. But there's all kind of stories from Never Time. It's a litany of stories for Never Time. I hope you guys check it out. How many people read my blog? Raise your hand. Damn, I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. For those of you that don't, there's some. You keeping your hand raised because you fucking read it. All of you read it. She fucking reads that shit.
Who needs the goggles?
Come on. on.
She's not recording. She's actually just scrolling.
Yeah, she's like, could I get a what? She's raising that shit, bitches.
Can you talk about Boondock Scene 3 or the TV show?
Don't tell me what to talk about. What do you want to know, sugar?
Everything.
Anything, everything?
Everything, fill it.
You know what? I actually don't know the answer to that. Which one's coming first? I don't know the answer to that. It's not like a chicken or the egg thing, which I have an answer for that shit, but the TV or the movie, don't know. But they are both actively in the works. So,
Yay!
can't put a concrete schedule on it, but we are working towards realizing both of those.
Yay.
Who's got a question? Lay it on me.
I don't have a question. Your girls from Germany for your blog, just say hi. I'm on Periscope.
Ja, natürlich. Ich spreche viele Sprachen. Hello, everybody! And, by the way, that's the Periscope.
Yeah.
So, I am going to London, and I hope I see them all there.
There you go, ladies.
Because they asked me to go to London, so I told Clark, fuck it, let's go to London now. Regis is already going, so I'm like, okay, I'll go with Regis.
They're all going nuts.
So I'm going to London, and I hope I meet all of them. There's this crew of girls in Germany that translate my blog into German, which I don't know what kind of task that is, but it seems like climbing, seems like holding Sisyphus' hand and pushing that damn boulder. So I'm flattered beyond belief that they, translate it, and they're really working on the nuances and, the specific vernacular, and it's kind of crazy to me that, somebody wanted to take the time. So I hope I meet every single one of them over there in London. Look forward to it.
They're excited.
They're excited.
I'm excited. Who else has some questions? All right, well, it was nice meeting you guys. Hope we meet again sometime.
Why not?
Lay it on me, brother.
Never seen Boondock. Should I go home, get drunk, and watch it tonight?
No,
Yes.
don't start. Skip it. There's nothing good. It's all rumor. It's all conjecture. This crap good movie, brother. Trust me, I was there. You should check it out. Yeah.
Some of the filming sites are here in Toronto.
Yeah, as a matter, we shot it here in Toronto. Yeah, the bar is fairly close by. The
Yep.
whole toilet scene.
McVeigh's.
Yeah, I ripped the turlet out of the ground, and I saved my damn brother because Russians were stealing him. Like a Russian steal your brother, you do some wacky ass shit. That was right down the hall.
A block
Yeah.
from the bar.
Bingo.
Yep.
Who else?
Are you going to do
Yes.
prequel? Who's your dream cast for you?
Ooh.
First of all, keep it quiet. Don't wake Mark up.
I
Just try to
didn't
get
hear
a
what
good
you
nap
said.
in.
I was kind of here. What did she say?
I was kind of here.
What did she say?
In the prequel, who would you want cast as you? Like an actor. Can you say it a little slower?
In the prequel, your dream cast, who would it be?
Dreamcast.
Yeah, dream cast.
For Boondock.
Hot chick.
Clooney.
A hot chick to play Rocco?
No, I have no idea. I never thought of that.
Can you imagine, like, if they did cast a chick for Rocco?
I like peanut butter.
It's the first fucking thing he ever said to me, ever, when I met Rock on the set. I swear to God, he did. He came up and he asked me, he goes, Sean, do you like peanut butter? You're fucking laughing, that shit really happened. I looked at him like,
You gotta get to know your coworkers.
yeah, I like peanut butter.
You never know when you're
Yeah,
going to
me too. He fucking walked off. That summed up Rocco in a fucking nutshell. It's one of those glorious Rock moments. Who else has a question? Yes.
Do you like peanut butter?
I love peanut butter. I'm so petrified of the kids that grow up like with a peanut allergy. You're
Right.
missing fucking the
I
glory
know.
of peanut butter. Are you kidding me?
I don't like
Oh man, I would
love peanut butter.
I'd sit that shit down with increments. I'd start
Peanut
with
butter's
a
awesome.
milligram of peanut butter. I'd break out and go to 2 milligrams. I'd keep going until I ran that shit out of the house. Crunchy or creamy?
Creamy.
I know, creamy. If I want to eat a peanut,
Creamy.
I want a fucking peanut.
Right. Yes.
Peanut butter. You
Yes.
fucking half did the job, motherfucker.
Yes.
You treat me to some great shit. You didn't make peanut butter. You fucking stopped halfway.
That's right. Peanut paste.
Right?
Down. You're right.
Put chunks in your butter. You're like, oh, but it's much better. No, it's fucking half cooked butter. Who's got some more?
Peanut butter sandwich in my bag.
Nice.
Nothing. Hey, tell me something. I wonder if there is, like, somebody Google this now. What is sold more, creamy or crunchy?
Essential question.
Periscope, it seems to be 50-50.
100% creamy.
You know what would blow you away if you looked up, like, favorite salad dressing? It's like one that you don't like. I think it's something like blue cheese or something.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have
thought it
a,
was Thousand Islands.
I would have gone ranch.
Oh, I think ranch is.
Oh, ranch.
Probably ranch.
I would have gone ranch.
Italian.
Well, I work for a supermarket though, so maybe
Okay, that's cheating, first of all.
I have a peanut butter and jam sandwich right here.
And jam?
Yeah.
Is that like fancy jelly?
It's Canadian.
It's Canadian.
You know what I love?
Jelly doesn't have the seeds. Jam has the seeds.
Ooh, yeah. You know what I love? I love the, I don't know if you guys get it here, but now you can get jelly in like a squirt bottle.
Yeah, we have. We have it, yes.
My favorite hot dog stand is in Texas, and it's called James Coney Island. I know it's not fucking Coney Island, New York. But they pull out of the roof. It's like a truck stop. You go down the aisle with your tray on a slide. You're like, 2 chili cheese nuggets. They pull a wand. They go, it's a retractable hose out of the ceiling with squirt cheese in it.
Oh,
Glorious is that? They pull it out. Next. Cheese, yes. Next. It's fucking glorious, man. I love that shit.
Now imagine peanut butter in something like that, right?
It'd have to be runny.
that would definitely.
Yeah. I do like my peanut butter mixed up, so there's not that oily shit on the top.
Yeah. No, nobody likes the oil.
Again, half a job. Mix the shit up.
Nutella.
Peanut butter.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
answer for you.
Lay it on me.
Smooth is sold more, but it's close 60% for smooth.
Ooh.
Huh. That would be considered a landslide slide in a landslide. So it's not close. Fucking 60%. That's closer than I thought, though, right?
Look
Yeah.
up salad dressing.
Who here's gonna have salad for lunch?
See, back before these things, you just didn't know that.
Unless you were a librarian.
That was interesting intel.
Well, why not keep going, figure out which jelly is most popular?
Great.
We have a question from Periscope.
Lay it
Do
on
you
me.
guys prefer
Strawberry.
Jif or Peter Pan?
There you go.
What?
Jif or Peter Pan?
Jif or Peter Pan?
What kind of peanut butter?
Pan, Jiffy. No, they're both the same, aren't they?
They're saying not
Something
really,
about
but
Peter Pan could be like if you had to do something,
Skippy.
would you want to be kind of like,
Kraft. With the teddy bears.
Oh, you guys
I don't think we have
do not have
see,
crafts.
I'm from LA.
Who doesn't have Kraft?
From LA,
Skippy's.
you eat health food raw peanut butter.
No.
Really?
But then it's like half oil on the top.
Yeah, but that's
That's what I'm
like,
talking about.
That's
I'll tell you
like
this. You guys have Whole Foods here?
Yes.
Motherfuckers go to Whole Foods in LA, and it's like $1,500 for a buggy of groceries. It's
Yeah.
like madness. Like $22 for a gallon of milk, because it's like herb-fed, free-range cows that were like read nighttime stories and shit.
I don't want to know their fucking
I'm not
childhood.
fucking joking. Just, I don't give a shit. Squeeze the tits, squirt me some milk, fucking listen to bottle. I don't need you to fucking cuddle, pet him, fucking, ooh, this is who you used to talk dirty to. Okay, cool, $24 for a gallon, fuck off. And the shit, it goes sour in like 15 minutes. Because there's fucking nothing, it's like fucking milk. Like any farmer will be like, really? You want me to put anything in it? Shit'll be good for about another 8 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta pick up your milk from Whole Foods and the 18, drink that shit now, motherfucker!
Drink it on the way home.
no, it'll
Like, drink
say
it while
on
you're
the
paying.
bottle. It'll say on the bottle, like if you buy coconut juice there, it says when you open it, you know, drink within 2 hours.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at your clock, oh, we got 7 minutes.
Who else? Yes, ma'am.
Well, sorry to get
Good
us
to
off.
see you again, by the way.
Oh, you too.
No, you don't have to get us off.
Sorry to
that's
get
all.
us off peanut butter, but I just had a question about, because I'm from Boston, so what was your favorite?
No. No. That's
Could
crazy
you tell by the
talk.
butter? Yeah. So what was your favorite part of filming in Boston? I'm actually from South Boston too. So what was your
Wait a minute, before we answer that question, what do you think about Tom Brady?
you really want to know?
Yes.
I'm fucking thrilled.
Yeah.
Of course I am. I'm from New England, so I know it's like crickets in here when I say that, but sorry.
Well, that's because we always win. Don't worry about this,
Don't
guys.
be hating
It's
on
like
me.
I'm from Kansas City. I think they won.
I feel like we're getting off on a tangent. Yeah. So do you have any like good Boston shenanigans stories, or what
Rob.
is your favorite part of filming in Boston? Or
The church.
will you film again?
What's your
in Boston?
favorite part?
Oh, Boston, we did outside shots. We did the one thing.
Yeah.
That they
The
did
courthouse,
more work
the
than I
church.
did.
No, the courthouse is.
Favorite part about Boston is, oh boy, it was a long time ago. I like Boston. It's my favorite city.
Boston.
Outside, I really like Toronto too.
Yay.
I don't know where this is going. Just go to Sean.
Just keep talking.
See, they did crazy. Him and Norm did some crazy shit.
So we just want to
No.
hear some
A lot of times you
Boston
weren't invited
shenanigans
to their
stories.
shenanigans.
You know.
Anybody for the brass rail?
Thank God there was no cell phone cameras back then. Mother of all that's old.
Damn it.
So glad I skipped high
Oh
school.
shit, you'd be YouTube and shit, I'd be cratered. Cratered.
So glad they weren't in my 20s.
All right, you want to share anything?
Yes.
Now, this is all
Is this a
kinda-
never
all kinda-
story
it's-
again?
it's-
Is it a never time story?
Bounds, trust me. Yes, brother.
This is a way back when you did powder, was it makeup or did they actually like shave your whole body?
Both. Shave from head to toe, everything, and airbrush. And
How
it was
long in the makeup chair?
if makeup chair was about, you know, if it was just my head and my hands exposed, then it was about 2.5 hours. But if it was my whole body, then it was about 5 hours. It's kind of crazy. And it was this weird waterproof, pliable airbrush makeup that stayed on you. But the hardest part was getting it off at the end of the night. You know, knowing you had to wake up at 6 a.m. and put the shit back on. It was very crazy, but it was the Berman brothers did it. Barney Berman, and you know they won Academy Awards. Did an amazing job. I mean, looking down, I'm a pretty vascular dude anyway, but like they highlighted the veins. It just looked amazing. I mean, the colors, the texture, the tone. I thought they did a really amazing job, man. It was kind of crazy, but shaving everything, I tell you, man, it's
Itchy.
with that too, when I shaved my head, you know, not to be conceited, but I looked in the mirror, I thought, okay, you know, I still look decent, you know. Shave the eyebrows. No. No, never going late again, ever. And then you hear the stories of like, you know, you shave your eyebrows, I'll never grow back. You're like, I'm done. And I stayed out of the sun for about, 3 months. I looked like an androgynous mosquito. I lost about 15 pounds. I weighed 141 pounds. I wanted to look like a porcelain sculpture. I mean, I looked weird. And I
What is that sound?
sounds like a fucking worm. Man, I remember going in restaurants and, you get that feeling because people like, it's kind of, you get that. Because I know I look like a, chemo patient or something. It's without the makeup, it was really disconcerting. But it was a good experience, It showed me a completely different perspective. But I thought they did an amazing job with the makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And they agreed.
I know. They got my microphone's pumping over there too. Who else? Yes.
Okay, in Boondock's Rocco, why didn't you get a fake name?
Why didn't I what?
Cause his name is fucking Rocco.
Wait, what did you said? I can't hear you.
Why didn't you get a character name? Why did they name you
Oh,
Rocco?
It was based on.
Troy just liked the name. Really, he did. He thought it was a cool name.
And also,
It is a cool
your name is
name.
David Delarocco. It's a pretty fucking cool
Yeah.
name.
It is a cool
It's
name.
a rockstar name. Why would you fucking, we're gonna change it to Timothy? No, you're not. You know what I mean?
It fit the part.
It's like, I know a dude named Ruger. It's like, you're fucking Ruger, dude. It's a fucking badass name, Ruger. You change it to Mike?
No.
Fucking like 3 mics in here going, what the fuck, dude? Fucking like it. Who's
Flannery,
next? Yes.
if you ever had the chance to get a tattoo, what would you get?
Well, clearly I do have a chance. Tattoo artist here. You know, I think I'm the only person that I know that doesn't have a tattoo, but they're just not.
I do not.
They're just not right for me. I just,
Me neither.
you know, there's nothing that I want on my body that I can look myself in the mirror and go, I know that I'll want this still on there when I'm 90. That's
Yes,
just me.
that's exactly
just
how
me
I feel.
personally. I have nothing against people with tattoos. There's people that they have meaning to them and everything else. It's just not me.
And they look
so I
good
can
on
honestly
other
say
people.
that there's, there's
I
nothing.
just-
Yes, ma'am.
I just got one.
Care when you're 90, what's on your skin?
I'll always fucking care. Yeah, I'll care about everything. The minute I stop caring is when shit fucking goes off a cliff, man. What I'm hanging on to is the fucking care. I hope everybody hangs on to that shit. Not just the dermis. You got a little ink on it, who gives a shit? Jelly stain, who gives a fuck? Yes, sir.
Devil's Carnival 2, what's happening?
You know what? Devil's Carnival 2 is, they're in town and they're showing it Tuesday night.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, Bausman, the director, just shot me a text. He's like, you still in town? You gonna come and check it out? So, maybe I will. Devil's Carnival 2 in town. I don't know where, but
I'll get you the intel.
she's gonna get us the intel right there. Yes, who's next? Yes, that chick.
Ranch?
I was right.
Ranch?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the grocery, yeah, she works at a grocery store. She's telling out the truth. Boom. Like,
47.
Dr. Ranch?
What's second?
Italian.
Ah, Thousand Island number 3.
What does other Italian mean?
Ranch is Italian?
that means those people that have visited Italy, that they don't actually live there. Like tourists.
Oil and vinegar or something, or
Yeah.
balsamic.
Oh, I love oil.
Balsamic.
Or Islamic. Everybody from now on change the shit. Just transpose those 2 letters. Islamic.
I don't think I can say that.
Fucking better.
Okay, you got another question from Periscope. Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker?
You know what?
Cake.
You know what? Both of those will sit any other fucking cake down. Let me tell you this shit. When you go to a restaurant, they're like, we have a homemade molten lava cake. And it's good, but it ain't your fucking birthday cake from Betty Crocker, motherfucker.
No.
That shit is the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth. When somebody, now, I don't know about Toronto, but there's these places called Sprinkles, these little cupcake stores. There's one called like Glaze Factor, and they
Yeah, we
sell
get a couple.
cupcakes for like $12, and they're like, oh, it's got this, it's got that. It's like, motherfucking Hostess with the little swirly white thing.
Yes.
Shut the fuck down.
Yes.
7-Eleven, motherfucker, 99 cents. I'll tell you, if you've never seen that cupcake, and you went into a restaurant, and I'm like, dude, they have the best dessert in the world, and I served you that, you tell all of your fucking friends about it. But because it's at 7-Eleven for 99 cents, you're like, oh, but it's only 7-Eleven. So you eat this subpar shit because people tell you it's fucking cooked by some chef that won a fucking award and something. Say no, Reese Peanut Butter Cup, motherfucker. If you went in a restaurant, you'd never seen or tasted a Reese's, and you ate that, you'd be on fucking Twitter going, ah! You'd be asking your friend, how do I spell ah? And you'd be telling everybody about that shit. But because it's almost free at 7-Eleven, if you've never had a Slurpee, and I'm like, check this out, I'm gonna take a Coke and I'm gonna do something to it that's gonna blow your mind. You'd be like, what the fuck did you do? What sorcery did you do to my Coca-Cola? But because they pump that shit out for, free on your birthday, free Slurpee on your birthday, 7-Eleven. Come on, man. 7-Eleven. If you can't find one in 10 minutes, you're lost. They give you that shit's fucking golden. Same thing with a Twinkie, right?
Okay.
Twinkie is fucking goldenness. And that you can set that shit on fire.
I like Twinkie.
It's flammable. How great is that? Yeah.
We're on it.
Guess what we're gonna do tonight?
What are you gonna do? You set a Twinkie on
She
fire.
set a Twinkie on fire.
Duncan Hines and Betty Crocker, those are the 2 best cakes, in my opinion, hands fucking
I'll agree
down.
with that.
I have never in my life. If you go, and how many times you go to a restaurant like, we have a homemade Reese's cup. It's peanut butter and chocolate. It's just shit.
No, you want the, I want my
Reese's. The ratios are perfect. They fucking did all the research. It's like, you know when you get the king size Reese's?
Yeah.
It's big and it's chunky. They fucked the ratio up, man. You don't get the same ratio per bite.
No.
They fuck it up.
You know the peanut butter cups here, we get 3 in a pack, not 2 in a pack.
That pisses me off.
In Canada, 3 in a pack.
Okay.
4 is a king size. 4 is a king size. Three is a regular. I go to the States, I don't get the Reese Peanut Butter Cups because I feel gypped. There's only 2.
We got good coffee.
You do. Timmy Hortons.
Timmy's.
The shit. I'm telling you.
You like Tim Hortons?
Oh, brother, trust me on this. Trust me.
Hey, I
Tim
like,
Hortons.
you know, Dunkin' Donuts for its price is really good.
I don't like Dunkin'.
Brother, Dunkin's is cool. Tim Hortons will sit the fuck down.
We
And
don't
also,
have Dunkin'.
A Tim Hortons cup of coffee is like $1.19 or some shit.
What's the stuff?
You pay like coffee price. It's not some swanky danky like I fucking flew to Paris to get my cup of Joe for
There's
$9.
nothing-
No, it's just-
nothing
it's
schwanky
just
about
coffee.
Dunkin's, though. Dunkin's, you can just get a large regular.
I love
There's
that.
there's
Yeah,
nothing
I don't know what
fancy
kind
about
of
it. I can't go to
mystical juju
Starbucks.
shit they sprinkle in Tim Hortons, but the double, like double sugar, double cream, is the ding dang, man. I gotta be honest. First sip, I chug up a little. I do.
That's what they wanted to hear on Periscope.
Yeah, goalie.
Did I just offend the shit out of you?
No, she just laughed really loud.
Oh, because I just said that and you went.
Well, you got the girls
She's
going
gonna
on
fucking
Periscope.
walk out of the building right now. Talk about Germany. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you raise your hand. Think of one now. Damn right I moonwalk. I'll sit fucking Michael Jackson down with that.
Oh, do it.
Who's got a question? Yes.
I've been asking you since 2012. Have you seen 10-inch Hero yet?
I have not.
Star branded is also.
I know.
He's been telling this
I
since
have not.
I brought you a copy last time I
I
saw
know, and I
you.
still have that.
What's
and
the
I'm
movie?
gonna watch it.
10-inch Hero.
Tennis Hero?
I watched that too.
What?
10-inch Hero.
10-inch Hero.
It's not to be confused with like the 10-inch Hero that's like zip. Yeah. It's a different film, man. It is. It's a different film. And they call me Bog, B-A-W-G, below average white guy. I could never star in a real 10-inch Hero. Couldn't. Half of you guys are doing the math. You're going. Who else has a question?
Not
Yes.
to that.
Who's more fun to work with, the old dude from Fraggle Rock or Ron?
Aw.
You know, both for very different reasons.
Or who?
I mean, they're both killer. But I gotta say, Ron Jeremy. I mean, obviously, there's questions that every dude asks. So I mean,
How can you do that?
yeah, exactly, brother. I was like, dude, what the fuck happened? Like the first time when a girl saw that. I mean, come on, dude, don't tell me she didn't run out of the building like it was fucking on fire. You know what I mean? And he tells me this story. It's so graphic, and I was just like.
Oh, you asked.
You know, Ron Jeremy's joke is like, so how big is it really? 2 inches from the floor. and he's dead serious, you know? For a rap gift, you know what he gave me? And when we shot Boondock, this was the year that they came out with the mold of this cock.
Oh, no.
And he gives me this in plastic sealed. I mean, he obviously opened it up to sign it. He goes, "Keep up the hard work, Roger." But he takes a moment to point out it's vascularly correct and everything. I'm like, oh well, because I was fucking curious. You know? But it's this veiny rubber. I'm like, whoa! I don't even know what to fucking do with that shit. You know, everybody's like, oh man, fucking like penis size is so important. I'm like, I would not fucking know what to do with that thing. That shit would hurt. If I ever got chased, I don't know what it'd be like to run with that fucking thing flopping in between your legs. No athlete has that shit fucking. No, what were you fucking put it? Yes, ma'am.
In a donut to Norman Reedus.
Say it again.
In a donut to Norman Reedus.
Well, obviously. How would you do that if you had that? You couldn't fucking fit it to a donut, right?
You could cut it in half and like stick it on like you do.
No,
The
same thing.
donut. The donut.
I hope she meant it.
Fucking donut.
It was crazy. He's a hysterical dude. Told me so many stories, man. I could get graphic, but I won't. You guys know I fucking get graphic though. Yes, brother.
What was the preparation like when getting into character for Boondock?
You know, I'm probably not the one to ask that because, you know, everybody has a different, what they call process.
Right.
And mine usually starts at page 1 and ends at fade out. To me, if the writing is good, everything you need is in the script. You know, if you have to go elsewhere looking for a specific character, for example, I don't feel, to play a homeless person, I don't need to live on the street for a week and piss on myself. I just don't. You know, but some people feel the need to launch themselves into this horrific, and you know, they pull things out of tragedy and turmoil, and to me, it's in the script, man. It's in the script, and it's you know, it's no different than when you read a book. You know, when you're alone in your room, if you read a book and you hit a sad part, your body reacts. And your eyes moisten, and you start to shake, and you get angry, and you feel all those emotions. You know, the only difference between that and an actor is they can do it in front of 50 people and a camera. That's it. Because everybody reacts to that. When you read a script, if there's something that makes you fucking just with visceral anger, you feel it. The only difference between actors is they can do it with 50 people watching, but everybody has it in them. You know, it's no specific thing that you pull from. It's there, man. And if you read a script and it moves you, that's all you need, man. That's all you need.
Is that how you choose your scripts then?
What's that?
That's how you choose your scripts then?
You know, look, there's a number of reasons that you do scripts. I mean, everybody wants to only do amazing things, but you know, sometimes you do something that, with a great director that you think, well, he's going to make it even better. You know, because maybe you see shortcomings in the script, but you think this director's great. Or maybe the cast is so amazing, but the script could use work and I don't know who this director is, but you want to work with these actors. There's 1,000 reasons, you know. Everybody would love to only do the best script with the best director, but you know, I can count on no hands how many times Scorsese's called me. You know what I mean? So, it's like, you know what I mean? That's a story for a real never time. I remember that time. No, I don't. No. Actually, I don't remember.
Never happened.
You know what I mean? But I mean, everybody's dream world. It's you want to do amazing scripts, but you know, it's like anything else. You know, it's Usain Bolt's the only dude that runs a 9.59. There's only a handful of perfectly executed scripts out there. You know. But that's certainly the gold standard, yes sir.
If you could choose to do anything, whether it be adapt like a book or do a play or something, what would be like a passion project that you've always wanted to do, if you could do anything?
It would be a film version of the book that I wrote that's coming out. It's called Jane.
Yay.
Oh.
True. That would be it.
Who would you get to play you?
What's that?
Make it into a movie then.
Yeah, well, the film project. That would be. If you're talking about an ideal fantasy passion project, that would be it. So, you can take it.
Do it.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I know it's kind of Christmas.
That is so. How was that? Find somebody else who you were working with? Did you read for the role? And did you read in tandem with your brother?
You know, they were, Duffy interviewed so many people. I mean, he interviewed everybody. I mean, from Marky Mark to everybody. You know, Patrick Swayze. And for whatever reason, he wanted me and Rita's. And, you know, we were both really passionate about the script. And he did a screen test and convinced them to use us, because everybody else had a much bigger name than we did. And that's how we got it. But I was friends with Reese from before Boondock 1. I mean, I knew him prior to that. So when they set us loose in Toronto, we were both kind of like, you know what I mean? It was like, they're really going to turn us loose in this fucking city, you know? It was kind of crazy. It was, you know, but some projects, you know, you do have to read for, and you read with multiple people to see if there's chemistry and whatnot, but that wasn't one of them. It was, you know, Duffy fought for us, and we campaigned pretty hard for it, just because we love the script, man, you know? Yes, sir.
Was there much interaction between you guys and Billy Connolly?
Yeah.
I heard he's quite a cut-up behind the scenes.
Billy Connolly is one of the fastest, quickest, wittiest minds I've ever had the pleasure to sit next to. Some of my fondest memories from Boondock are the van ride to the set with Billy. And I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that every one of his stories is prefaced by, you know, so I was sitting there with David, and, you know, and 10 minutes later in the story he goes, I guess it was right prior to the Ziggy album coming out. And you're like, oh, fucking Bowie?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a story about eating a sandwich with a buddy. It's fucking Bowie. It's no shit, you know. He's like, yeah, and the whole time, you know, he's eating the sandwich, and you know, Mick's sitting there, and I told him, I said, you know, David, stop stroking his cock. Wow! I thought you were just gesturing about the story. Wow, what the fuck? But he's not kidding. Like, he talks about Maggie Thatcher. You know what I mean? You guys don't get it, but Billy Connolly's like Elvis Presley in Europe, man. He is. Yeah. That's no shit. He's bigger than Chris Rock is in the States, bigger than Louis C.K. He lives in a fucking castle in Scotland. When I say that, I mean a fucking castle. Like with a moat and turrets and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not kidding. He's like, that cat is a genius. And he wrote the foreword to my book.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I'm honored as holy shit, because he's one of my favorite people alive. And he wrote the foreword. He called me after reading it, and we talked for a long time. And he asked me if he could write the foreword, and I said, brother, I didn't know what to say.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Never shared that with anybody. There you go. Who's next? Yes, ma'am.
What was it like working with Willem Dafoe?
It sucked. No, Willem's killer, man. I mean, he's a great dude. He really is.
How did you feel when he was in drag?
Scared shitless. Some dudes make pretty chicks, you're like, damn, that's kind of freaking me out. The fact that I'm saying you're pretty chick. Willem is a scary motherfucker. He is. Scary motherfucker. I'll tell you. You know, and everybody says he's a method actor. Like you were asking about the process. Everybody knows Willem is like this method actor. Yep. I don't know if you guys. What a method actor is like somebody that like, you gotta call me by my character name. You know, they only recite lines from the script and shit. And I heard all these stories. And my first inauguration into Willem is like, we're at a pizza restaurant. I come from a hotel. Waitress comes up to the table. It's no shit. And she's a cute chick, right? You know, so I'm looking at her, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a pizza margarita, you know, basil. And Willem's sitting next to me, I'm like, I'll just have an iced tea to drink. And Willem goes, fag. It's a line from the movie. It's the only fucking line he ever recited. He only fucking did it to me. When we left there those people on the corner were waiting for the crosswalk. He was here in Toronto, waiting for the beep, 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 beep. Yep. There's like family, they're looking at Willem. Nobody knew me, but they're like, that's that guy from that guy. And he looks over there, there's like family, kids and everything. He's like, fag. But it's a great sense of humor, you know? I mean, just a good, genuinely nice cat. You got any Willem stories, brother?
No.
No, he was a good guy. He was a lot of fun to work with. But no special stories like Sean has.
Who's next? Yes, ma'am.
What death scene was harder to film, Rocco, Greenlee, or LBJ?
Oh, good
In what
question.
respect?
Just emotionally, or...
I mean, it'd have to be Rocco. I mean, you know, he's the conscience of the film, and he was a brother, you know? Greenlee, to be honest with you, that whole scene, I didn't quite wrap my head around the whole context of that because we had such a limited exposure to him. And I know they wanted to build it like this big brotherhood thing, but it was never like that. You know, even in the story, the context of the story, we had such a limited engagement to him as a character that it was never meant to be the way Rocco's death was. That's a sibling, you know, that was executed in horrific fashion right in front of you, you know? That was just very different, you know, and I think it shows on camera, you know? And the audience is invested in Rocco as a character, you know? To me, that's a cinematic loss, you know? It's not a plot point, it's a cinematic loss. Just my 2 cents, though. Yes?
What was it like to film the cat scene?
The cat scene.
Oh, yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
You got many cats at home, Rob?
It was pieced. And they had a cannon go off under my gonads
Oh.
and made me jump.
Rock undersells that. He said, they had this fucking air cannon.
Big beer can.
It was like this big round. It was like 12-inch diameter. And it would shoot anything. Like we were out in the back, like what you Torontonians call the beach. I don't know what the fuck, you're cracker smoking for the beach. Lake flying water out there.
It's the only one
And
we
we were back
have.
there launching shit, like fucking ham sandwiches and shit. You know, dude, it's like, you give me a cannon that shoots anything, I'm like, oh, what? Throw the fucking mic in there. Just launching shit out into the fucking water. And it just, it sounded like an 8-gauge shotgun. It was loud as fuck. So on the day, we're ready to shoot this. We're loading it with spaghetti, tomato sauce, pieces of fucking meat, things that look like brains, and Rock goes,
Sean, is it loud? I was like, no. I'm like, you gotta act like it's really loud.
And so we loaded this thing up, we're ready to go. We shoot the scene, and I shit you not, when it goes off, Rock's like, "Ow! Ow! Ow!" And it was so fucking real. It was so real. Rock's like, hey, guys.
We gotta do that again, because I wasn't acting, I was scared. It fucking stays in the movie.
So when you see me and Reese laughing, we're fucking broke character. We're laughing at fucking Rock.
Aww.
That shit went off. I thought he pissed himself. When he's like, it was kind of loud. No, Rock. Yes, sir.
The same scene, actually, the next scene after that, when you're still in the around the kitchen table, there's a picture over where the guts of the cat would have been.
Oh, yeah.
Is it just a picture of the cat, or what was it a picture of?
Some little kitty. PETA made us put that up there. In memory. I'm just kidding. Some of you fuckers are like, really?
We trust you.
Yeah, you know. Who's next? We got time for a couple more. Yes.
Are you gonna do 3 here?
Looks like it.
Woo!
Yep. Who's next? Yes.
How's your training going, your BJJ training?
It's going good.
Yeah?
Anybody in here train? You do?
Yeah.
How long have you been training?
I actually train karate, not BJJ.
Nice.
I have 10 years.
Good for you. Congratulations. Yeah. When I'm in town, I train with Jeff Jocelyn up in Hamilton.
Okay.
He's got a great academy out there. If you're ever in the Hammer,
Ooh.
that's now it's called
The Hammer.
which again is a fucking cool name. Like, wait, I want to tell people I'm from the Hammer. I fucking want to lie. I just want to be like, I'm from the Hammer. When I'm in Toronto proper, I train with Shaw Franco, or you know Shaw Franco?
Yep.
Shaw, or sometime at Toronto BJJ, depending on what part of town I'm in.
You always come to my school. I have school.
Where is that?
It's north in the north part of the city.
Oh, yeah?
Shepherd and the Young area.
Right on.
You can always come.
But yeah, it's going great. I mean, it's a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
Martial arts since I was a kid. So, I mean, I'm at the academy every day.
That's awesome.
And I brought a gi and my belt with me here, just in case. I
Yeah.
never phone.
You never
Well, if
know.
you want to
never
try
know.
that on now, that'd be great.
Yeah. Let me just whip it out. All right, fucking dirty. Dirty mind. Who else? Yes.
No.
You know, I prefer good. I really don't care about the medium, to be honest with you. I don't care. I just want to make things that I'm comfortable and proud to share with my friends, you know? And, you know, honestly, I've made a career out of doing things that people don't see, you know? And I'm not trashing it. I've been lucky that I haven't had to get a real job in 25 years, you know? But to do Dexter, it's like, you know for a fact that when you're there on the day shooting it, you know that it's going to come out and that millions of people are going to see it. And that's just a different feeling, you know, than me doing an independent film. Who knows? Who knows if it ever comes out? Even ever. On DVD, nothing. And then sometimes it comes out to theaters, you don't know. But doing Dexter was like, wow, I've never been on a hit TV show before, you know? It was cool, it was killer. It was a great experience, man, you know? I'd love to tell you otherwise and give you some sneaky stories, but it was great, man. It's like, oh, it's like, everything about it was wonderful, you know? You drive onto like the sound stage in Hollywood, and it's a hit show. You know, they do everything first class. It was killer, but it was great. I had a wonderful time. I hated the way it fucking ended though.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm investing 7 years into something, I'm paying you with my time to tell me the fucking story.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't end it and go, and then whatever you think happened. No, motherfucker! Are you giving me writing checks? No, then fucking tell me how that shit ended. You know what I mean? That pisses me off.
I still have
fucking lumberjack? Fuck you, lumberjack. Come on, man.
I still haven't let that go.
People are pissed at it. And how about the reveal? You know what a reveal is? A reveal is boom, boom, close it, whoosh, right there. You're like, oh shit, it's him. But this was like an 18-wheel, like 30 feet away. Some dude gets out sideways. You're like, maybe that's. And then he walks back further away from camera, turns sideways, does something to the truck. You're like, I mean, could that be? Does he have a brother? And then it cuts to an inside of a fucking Denny's, and he's eating a Grand Slam. You're like, fuck you! It just made me want to go get some sausage, bacon, and scrambles, man. That pissed me the fuck off. Right. As a fan, you know what I mean?
I watched that shit from the beginning.
I want to know what happened. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I fucking love doing it. You know what I mean? Yes, who's next? Yes, ma'am.
Is there anybody you won't work with or won't work with again? Is there...
You know, I can't say that absolutely. You know, obviously, in everybody's job, you've come across people that you're like, I would never. But in the right situation, in the right circumstances, you'd swallow it for a greater good, for a bigger picture. So I can't say absolutely, but without question, I've come across people that I just think are insufferable human beings, unfortunately. It's not just in this industry, it's in every industry. I mean, I waited tables with people where I'm like, wow, you're missing a gene. You're missing the pleasant gene. You know what I mean? You're like, well, everything that you do is just abrasive and wrong, and there's nothing pleasing, there's nothing caring, there's nothing nurturing about this human, from my perspective. And you know, I can't say that I never wait tables with them again. Well, I don't fucking know, you know what I mean? It's like, if the situation was different, I don't know. But yeah, of course, man, I've come across some people that I think are just ungrateful fucks. That's right. That need to be choked unconscious. Everybody has, you know? That's the truth, that's the truth. In every raise your hand if you're like, no, lived my whole life, I've never met somebody that I wouldn't work with. Yeah, fucking nobody. Fucking nobody. You know what I mean? It's not just this industry. Having said that, this industry is ripe with that.